Psalms 97 and verse 10 says, Ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Harka, Kwadash, giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutes to all 144,000 elect out there, coming back at you with another one. Love the Lord, right? So that's what we're going to look at today. A couple of precepts on the difference between Yahshua Allah, the remnant, the 144,000, and the wicked, right? Which are the 2/3 which are going to be cast off. Because really, this is really the difference here, right? They hate the Lord, right? Ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the soul of his saints, because the wicked 2/3, the wicked of we was looking into a little bit yesterday, the rebellious of our people, hate the Lord and love evil. They have it in the reverse. They hate the Lord and they love evil. Now we Abu Ratazar, the hopeful elect, right? The ones that are going to be called, the ones that are being called, and the ones that are going to be Abu Ratazar, be chosen. Abu Ratazar, Abba means father, Ratazar means willing. So when I say that, I'm saying Lord willing or Father willing. Right? So that's that. They've got it in the reverse. Ye that love the Lord hate evil. With the 2/3, they hate the Lord and they love evil. So he preserveth the souls of his saints. So in order for us to be saved, we have to really hate the evil. And more as we see the wickedness coming down the pipe, there's that the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the air. Right? That's why you're seeing more of these alphabet people, the rainbow people, walking, switching and all kinds of perversions and signals and all kind of atmosphere, the Instagram thing, right? The one of the elders was talking about how the wicked they wanna have the freedom to be dumb, freedom to be dumb, and he coined that phrase, and I'm gonna add a little bit to it. Freedom to be dumb on Instagram. Yeah, I'm gonna go on land back off that phrase that the elder coined. The 2/3, they want to be free to be dumb. The Aleister Crowley, freedom, do as they please, whatever they want to do. That's all part of selling out. So they're free. They got their freedom to be dumb. So they're free to be dumb on Instagram, right? Because they got it all back to front. They hate the Lord, and they love evil, right? Now this is the protection for us. The more we hate evil, the more we're behind protection, as Job was behind the hedge. Yeah? We hide behind the hedge of the Most High's protection by hating the evil, not wanting to experiment, not wanting to be curious, and that's what the so-called curiosity killed the cat. That just come to me. Let me just check something. Curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity killed the cat. Let's ask the question here. What does curiosity kill the cat mean?
According to Wikipedia, curiosity killed the cat is a proverb used to warn of the dangers of unnecessary investigation or experimentation.
Ah, the water. Yeah, the proverb to warn of the danger of unnecessary investigation or experimentation. It implies that being curious can to be curious may bring about problems for you. Example of use here, I wonder what. So when you got the examples of people that go on that the experiment seeking omens, which I heard a story not too long ago of a particular former elder that was wanting to see demon, all kinds of folly like that, going on that there's something that else that they do. Go on the some board where they try to seek and get in contact with spirits and all of that. The word might come back to me. I know brothers are saying they're saying it, they're saying it, and but you know what I'm getting at. That's what killed the cat, you know, so to speak. You know where I'm coming from, because the word here is right. When you hate the evil, right, you don't really want to find out what's going on in that rave over there next week on Sunday, or it used to be Sunday, you know. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you know, back that curiosity thing when you want to find out what's going on in certain places, and what's it like to get drunk and be shit faced, right, rolling over on the floor and all that. What's it like to get drunk? What's it like to go without sleep for 2 days? That's all curiosity. That so-called saying, the old proverb. What's it like to smoke? You know, all these kind of things now that what they got now. They got all kinds of things now. The opioid. That's why a lot of the E's are getting deleted, and they need to be resuscitated on Niacam and all of that. The curious young people, mainly it's the young teenagers. Now you got the Generation Z, the last generation that just want to go crazy. That just come back to me. That curiosity, which is a demon. The Ouija board, yeah. Being too curious may bring about problems for you, because you know a lot of the young people want to be involved in. Wonder what's down the street. It looks awful, dark and creepy, right? You know, going on the Ouija board, seeking out spirits. What happened with King Saul? He sought out a spirit when the spirit of the Lord was taken from him, because he started to behave rebelliously towards the Most High by not deleting all the Amalekite them, all their cattle and their livelihood, and also not taking decisive action as far as deleting the king Amalek, not taking decisive action. That was rebellious, right? Because rebellion is the sin of witchcraft, and that's an example I just gave you there, off the top of my head, King Saul. So this is what killed the cat. Yeah? Being too curious may bring about problems for you. Example of use here. I wonder what's down that street. It looks awful, dark and creepy. Answer. Let's not try to find out. Curious. So you got the idea. You know, it's just a stupid saying, an old proverb from the world some of us may have been hearing about. Know of it. So that takes out that curiosity, hating evil, not wanting to find out. And yeah, if you wasn't brought up in the truth, you had that spirit on you, for the most part, growing up as a young man in this wicked world where people do all kinds of things, experiments, and go places where they're not supposed to do, either it be in the spirit or literally going places where you're not supposed to go. That young, inexperienced demon that a lot of young people have. So we don't have that, right? And if you got it, pray it off you, man. You know, we don't need to fight. We got so much. As a matter of fact, yeah, we got so much. Let me get this precept here. Let me get this. It just come to me. Romans, Abarazar, Romans. Let me find it on my table, my tablet. Romans. This don't have to be a long video, but I just want to make a point here. Romans. Romans, where we at? Romans chapters. If I find it today. Romans 11. Is it 14? Oh, the depth. Oh, the depth. Where is it? Let me see. Let's try it on here. Don't know it off the top of my head. Oh, the yeah, excuse my spelling, of his, still coming to terms with this tech here, wisdom, but slowly but surely. Yeah, the spirit jumped on me. Yeah, that's the one, the water at camp. Was talking about there's no reason for Akyam. There's no reason. Let me just find a precept on my tablet, and then we're gonna get it on the blue letter. Now the spirit has led me in a different direction. So this is Romans 11 and 33. Romans 11 and 33. Let's get it on the blue letter. Do things slightly different, but it's okay. I'm learning slowly, slowly. 11. Right? The water. Spirits took me in a different direction, but we see if we get back on track if the spirit allows. So right now, what was we talking about? We was talking about this curiosity, what people have. Yeah, what does curiosity mean? To warn of the dangers of in unnecessary investigation of experimentation. Right? So that jumped on me now to get into Jeremiah 11 and not Jeremiah. It wasn't Jeremiah. It was. Right, take your time, slow it down. Romans 11 and 33 says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and the knowledge of Yahweh. Oh, unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out." Right. So why do people have to get curious in the left-hand side? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I'm going to come back to this because there's some nice bit of meat in this. Spirits took me in a different direction, right? Now, why did I read this? Spirits have this been on me all week, yeah? Psalms 97 and 10, yeah? Because you see the examples what's happening on the left-hand side with all the sellouts, the Borgie, the Borgie people, them, the low-level Masons, right? You know what I'm talking about. Puff Daddy and all these others, right? It's everything's coming out about them. Bieber and Temple, all of them. Yeah, ye that love the Lord because they got it back to front. They hate the Lord and they love evil, right? So our protection is loving the Lord and hating the evil, right? He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked, right? Now, we don't need to be curious on left-hand side things. And Alistair Crowley, do as you please, right? Freedom to be dumb or freedom to be dumb on Instagram, right? Because we got so much to look forward to here, right? That's why the spirit jumped on me to look at this, right? People talk about, I've heard it said, "Oh, I'm bored." Bored? Boy, I remember when I was even in Jehovah's Witnesses, even in Jehovah's Witnesses, when if a young person, a new person, or a young son or daughter said that they were bored, even in Jehovah's Witness say, "Where are you reading? Read the Watchtowers. Read the Awake." You shouldn't be bored. There's something not right there. There's something not right for you to say that you're bored. See, you see the point? You see where I'm going? Abaratazar, you see where I'm going? This is edifying. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of his wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh are unsearchable. Right? If you're searching out and you're looking and you're studying and you're reading and you're praying, you understand? And me just you know, me a young man in this a thing, yeah. Right? I ain't in denial about it. But I'm growing. Abaratazar, when I look back, I've learned more. I've learned more than I know this last year and the year before that. The appreciation has grown. My understanding of a little bit of the techie thing, which was my biggest stumbling block, I would say it was. And doing videos, learning how to be on the tech, because you can't know about a little bit of tech. How can you do videos? But that's anyway. There you go. Now, because of the will, and what do I say? Where there's a will, there's a way. I learned more about the tech because I wanted to continue to do it, do the work. All right, I know there's some out there that can relate as well, especially if you come into this truth, as an older man, as far as in your age. We didn't grow up in school learning about what they call it, IT or PC learning and numbers on techie. We learned pen and paper and essays and reading and books, and this is a new language, a complete new language. Now I just say that to say, right, there's too much out there for you to keep learning and just keep learning, and otherwise are you supposed to keep growing too. Yeah? Oh, the depth of the riches both of the wisdom and the knowledge of Yahweh, right? And we just talking on this side right now, right? And then I just gonna stay on this side, because if I start talking about what's gonna happen in the kingdom and all of that too, right? It's too much. It's infinity, knowledge of Yahweh. All and unsearchable are his judgments, his ways past finding out. I'm gonna come back to that. Talk about curious. Now I'm gonna be curious, but I'm gonna be curious on the right hand side. I'm gonna be curious in the right hand side. What is infinity mean?
This is the definition of infinity, the state or quality of being infinite.
What is the real meaning of infinity? Yeah, infinity is an idea of something that has no end. Right? I don't need to uncomplicate it more than anything than that. Yeah, it is something without any bound. It's a state of endlessness, of having no limits in terms of time, space, or other quantity. Right? Endlessness. Right? Limits. Having no limits. Enough said on that. So back to this. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and the knowledge of Yahweh. Oh, how unsearchable are they? I'm going to see something here. Then we're going to get some words. NKJV. Oh, the depth of the riches. Let me not get too. Go, slow it down. I've got to tell myself to slow down from time to time. Right? The race is not for the swift, but who can endure it? Let me slow it down. Yeah, oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and the knowledge of Yahweh. Oh, how unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. Oh, how great are God's riches and wisdom and knowledge. How impossible it is for us to understand his decisions and his ways. Another one comes to mind, another precept comes to mind, but I don't want to go off track. Isaiah 55 and 11, 10, 11. Yeah, who can understand the mind of the Most High? His ways are higher than our ways. Yeah. Reading on NIV. Oh, the depth of the riches of the wisdom and the knowledge of Yahweh. Oh, how unsearchable his judgments and his paths beyond tracing out. His path beyond tracing out. All right. Take it back. Take it back. So now the word here, we can't find out. So we can't get bored. You can only get bored when you've, all right, for example, you got a puzzle, you got to solve that puzzle, right? A jigsaw puzzle. When you solve it, you figure it out, you've done it, completed, right? You might say, all right, what else can I do? Because I'll finish that, right? But that's to say, you can't solve the Most High. You can't solve the Most High jigsaw. It's infinity. It's infinite. It's limitless. So that's a carnal. That's a carnal mindset. You're thinking carnally when you say you're bored. If you're saying you're bored in this truth, that's carnal. Because if you're thinking spiritual, you can't be bored, right? Unsearchable. G419. Unsearchable. Yeah, we had that word there, infinity. That cannot be searched out. Let me just hear this.
Strong's G419. Anexeiraunitos. Anexeiraunitos.
So cannot be searched out. That's a mouthful there. That's a mouthful. Now I'm not gonna do the idea was I was gonna do a bit more precepts. Now I think now I hit the point I wanted to. Yeah, that cannot be searched out. And we've got all these precepts there which led me in a different direction. The head is defeat above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Proverbs here. Proverbs 25 and 3. The heaven for height and the depth for and the earth for depth and the height of kings is unsearchable. See, precepts that just brought out here. Precepts that are brought out here. Let me read that again. Proverbs 25 and 3. The heaven for height and the earth for depth and the heart of kings is unsearchable. Right? There you have it, man. Cannot be searched out. The Most High's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding cannot be searched out. Therefore, we can't reach the limit. The knowledge is unsearchable. His judgments are past finding out. Here's another one here. Right now, I was gonna go in on the 2/3, but the Spirit has led me in another direction. I could do that and later on down the week. The past finding out, because this week it's had me getting on the 2/3 because we're seeing the stars fall out of heaven. You know, the so-called celebrities, Mosai is dropping them like flies, bringing them down to the ground. Yeah, all those that are proud and haughty shall be brought down. That's what's happening right now. That's what's trending right now with all these infamous or famous, once were famous celebrities, which they never were famous. So you sold out, you just boujay people. Boule, or whatever they call them. Right? But those that love the Lord, that's what we're talking about right now. They cannot be searched out, that cannot be comprehended. Right? Things that cannot be searched out on the right hand side. Right? And we're curious in righteousness to learn more. Right? As far as learning the breakdowns. Right? Daniel in Revelations. Daniel, the book of Revelations, the book of Joel, right? The book of Samuel, going into these things, right, is good for us to keep searching out and learning. It's infinite, but that's why we keep learning this. And in the kingdom, it's going to continue to grow in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on as far as everything you can imagine. I want to keep it simple, right? So that cannot be searched out. That cannot be comprehended. Right? Enough said on that. Past finding out, unsearchable. Right? Cannot be searched out. We looked at the word. Cannot be searched out and unsearchable. Past finding out and unsearchable. Last one, his knowledge. The Most High's knowledge. G1108. This is what we're talking about. The knowledge of the Most High. Right? Knowledge signifies in general intelligence, understanding. The general knowledge of Yahweh, of Christian religion, the deeper, more perfect and enlarged knowledge of the Most High, right? They say religion, such as belongs to the more advanced, right? Older things, lawful and unlawful. So yeah, more wisdom such as is seen in the right? When you an example that just come to mind, Apostle Paul, how taught, he was taught directly by the Most High. By Yahweh Shai, instructed in the ways of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And he was on a high level as far as knowing the laws, because he was a lawyer in those days. He had Roman citizenship as far as being a lawyer, and he understood the law. Right? He had knowledge. He was versatile in knowledge. That's the best example. One of the best examples that just come to my mind. You can also mention other prophets too, who are vast in knowledge. Also Moses, he saw the back of Yahweh, right, which was Yahushua. He saw the back of the angel, right. He couldn't see his face. But he saw him face to face, so to speak. The scriptures say, but we know no man can live and can see the Most High and die and live. But it just signifies he had a close relationship with the Most High. He was taught, right? He was able to go up to Mount Sinai and communicate, communicate with the Most High or the angel on Mount Sinai, which none of these others, right, rebellious Israelites was able to do that. They didn't have the rite of passage, if you like, to be able to do that. So I'm going to entitle this video something different from what I had in mind. This is really about, oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom of the knowledge of Yahweh. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. His ways are unsearchable. That's all I'm going to say on that. Enough said on that. We looked at the word infinity, right? The Most High's ways are unsearchable. So you can't learn everything. You can't learn, especially you can't learn it all in a day. Rome, what they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So the race is not for the swift, but who can endure it. So you learn gradually what the Most High allows you to learn on His time, not on your own time, on His time. Take your time in bite sizes, but you're learning on the Most High's time. When you bear in mind that how unsearchable are His judgments and His ways past finding out. When you bear that in mind, just bear that in mind, and then you will get a bit more of an understanding that you are just a worm. You and me are just worms in this thing, right? The idea of something that has no end, right? In general, it is something without any bound. It is a state of endlessness or having no limits in terms of time past, time, in terms of time, space, or other quantity, right? Because we looked at the word curiosity as well, right? The endless, infiniteness, boundlessness, limitlessness, right? Limitlessness, vastness, infinite distance. We looked at the word. Curiosity, and curiosity killed the cat, because the 2/3, the people that rebellious of our people that hate the Lord, right? Because they hate the Lord and love evil, the Most High ain't preserving them. He ain't preserving their souls alive, right? But all the saints, ye that love the Lord, we've got it the right way around, love the Lord and hate the evil. Therefore, He preserveth the souls of His saints. Right? Abarazar, the hopeful elect. Abarazar, Lord, Father willing. Abarazar, He preserves the souls of His saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. So that takes all out of that curiosity that killed the cat. It takes it out. It takes it completely out. All I need is 2 scriptures to back that up. Right? Yeah. Oh, the depth of the riches of both of the wisdom. Oh, the depth of the riches both of the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh. How unsearchable are His judgments and His ways past finding out. So the Most High's ways are unsearchable. Enough said on that. That takes out that curiosity, killed the cat demon. Right? But now you can be curious in righteousness to learn, bearing in mind that His ways are unsearchable. Right? So the race is not for the swift, but who can endure it. And you will not get bored in this truth when you have your priorities right. The Most High's ways are unsearchable. We on to the next.